So hello, everyone. Good evening. And thanks for joining the San Ramon user group meeting for September month. And we are so honored and excited to welcome Rafael to our user group today.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thanks for joining today, and we appreciate your participation. And this is a hybrid meeting. And these are some of the house rules we state every meeting. Mute your mic unless to ask a question. You can post your questions in the chat, and I can moderate I can be the moderator at the end of the presentation. So, all right. So I'll just introduce Rafael. Rafael, thanks very much for sponsoring our happy hour. It was amazing. We enjoyed awesome food. And he's from DQE, Data Management Company, and he's presenting today on EinsteinGPT on data quality management and how to prepare our org for AI, a very hot topic. I'll give it over to Rafael to introduce himself more further. And yeah, take it over, Rafael.
Thank you, Shiva. My name's Raphael. I'm a sales manager over at DQE. First off, I hope everyone had a good time at happy hour. I know that after a long week, it's probably a nice way to unwind. So I hope everyone did have fun at Dreamforce. I have a presentation that I'm going to go over. I hope it's probably a lighter, easier, more fun, interactive way of kind of discussing EinsteinGPT, especially for a Friday evening that's not too crazy. So I'll jump right into it, folks. But all right. And then just to confirm, is everyone able to see my screen? EinsteinGPT.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
We can see on my end too.
Right, perfect. The topic of today's conversation is centered around EinsteinGPT, navigating AI in the CRM world. First and foremost, I want to say thank you all for joining today's session and letting me be a part of it. My name is Raphael. I'm a sales manager here at DQE. Today, I will review EinsteinGPT, ensuring you are properly prepared to use it effectively and how to help drive adoption. I'd like to ask if it's okay with everyone to please send your questions through the chat. Shiva will be monitoring them for us. I will, however, wait until I get through the presentation to answer any questions at the end. I hope you have fun. So I'm not sure about all of you, but when it comes to binge watching TV, I have a dirty habit. I love reality dating shows. As I was mindlessly looking for a new show to watch this past month, I happened upon a series that caught my eye. Married at First Sight. I don't know how many of you have heard of it, but this show is wild. Essentially, contestants sign up to be matched with a potential partner and are married at first sight. They're matched, married, and after 90 days decide whether to stay together or get divorced. I watched every season. I needed more, so being the detective I am, I went to Google to see if I missed any season. After countless hours of digging, I found the Holy Grail, a season that didn't make it on the air. Which brings me to the topic of today's conversation. Married at First Sight. As a lover of AI and Salesforce, I was immediately hooked. Unfortunately, I can't stream the entire series for us in 20 minutes, but I will give you some highlights. First, we have the contestants. Albert. Conceived by the brilliant minds at Salesforce, Albert was engineered to be more than just another AI tool. They envisioned him as the pinnacle of AI innovation, the world's first generative AI for CRM, a blend of deep learning magic and fast data prowess. Salesforce's dream was for Albert to become an embodiment of seamless customer relations and business solutions. However, while Albert mastered countless data sets and offered unparalleled insights, he realized deep inside that he felt lonely. He needed a counterpart, a partner to maximize his potential. More than a data liaison, Albert seeks a profound bond with a partner who understands the dance of data, navigates CRM intricacies, and appreciates the symphony of artificial intelligence intertwined with human creativity. After months of waiting, Albert was notified that they had found him a match. Sam Sterling, often hailed as the sync master among her friends and family. Sam isn't just any Salesforce admin. She's a legend in her own right. Bred to life from the vibrant corridors of the Trailhead community, Sam became the human embodiment of CRM mastery. With a knack of weaving through data tangles and an intuitive grasp on customer needs, she quickly ascended as a beacon of admin excellence. The Salesforce community always regarded Sam as their pride, but they sensed her longing for a perfect AI companion, a counterpart to alleviate her data narratives. Joining Married at First Bite wasn't just an erratic decision for Sam. It was a quest for an ideal AI partner who could resonate with her passion, precision, and dream of pioneering the next frontier of CRM evolution. 1 week after being notified of their match, they were set to be married. From the moment he saw her, Albert knew he had the one, but Sam was still nervous. He had never been with someone like Albert before. She had a few flings in the past with other less sophisticated AI partners, but nothing ever came of it. This was the first time she would be with a generative AI partner, so she was nervous. Were they prepared? How would they work through adoption? Would the parents agree to this? And what would life look like after a year? As we all may know, it takes more than a beautiful wedding to make a beautiful, long-lasting marriage. Preparation would be key. Like the hallmark of any relationship, this would require honesty. Were they ready? Sam had done her homework. She kept current on all the new trails and articles listed on the Trailhead community for the last 6 months to better understand her commitment. Before this, she had already handled a large project on her database, managing duplicates, standardizing data, and creating unified customer views. She had plans for ongoing maintenance, including automated processes and times to verify that her processes were working efficiently. Not only that, but her data was verified: emails, phones, postal addresses, and even first name and last name spellings. Her friends and family already knew about her decision to be on the show, so no surprises. Albert was relieved to hear this. He loved preparation and cleanliness. A creature of habit, he knew that if his partner were dirty, he'd in turn also be dirty. It soothed his bite-sized heart to know they were already communicating effectively, something they intended to do moving forward. Albert promised to maintain the pristine household Sam had built and to keep things in order the way Sam wanted. Albert asked for feedback to let him know if he at any point needed to do something differently. They were in awe of one another. Now they knew they were both prepared. It was time to meet the kids. Sam's adopted children took up much of her time, and being with her also meant being with them. First, there was Stanley, a sales manager full of ambition, always looking for the next hot lead and report. Stanley was afraid that Albert would replace him in the family, that he would give him bad advice and make it harder to focus on opportunities and chances to close business. Sam reassured Stanley that Albert was different. Albert was a team player. He'd read all the parenting books he could get his hands on. He knew Stanley would still want independence, but that a good nudge in the right direction could make his life easier. Albert listed out a few items that he would help Stanley with moving forward. As a sales assistant, he could summarize the sales cycle steps and auto-update the CRM, ensuring current and accurate sales data. Albert would also help generate tailored emails for each customer interaction, using CRM data aligning with individual customer needs. He'd even be able to transcribe and summarize 8 calls, automatically suggesting follow-up actions, boosting Stanley's productivity. Stanley was impressed. He hated spending time on these tasks. With Albert's help, he could focus on tasks that mattered. Her second kid, Jennifer, a customer success manager, was amazing at her job. She loved making customers happy, but lacked the time to help each and every one of them. Jennifer feared that Albert would be a distraction and limit her ability to send personalized responses to her valued customers. Jennifer had the magic touch and didn't trust Albert to help. Albert reassured her that he would not replace her and would be thoughtful in his approach and learn from her. Jennifer wasn't wrong. Her magic touch was real. Albert just wanted to help her replicate it more efficiently so that she could help even more customers. Albert broke it down for her. He'd be able to help auto-generate tailored responses using CRM data, meeting specific customer needs. He'd be able to offer brief, insightful summaries of service cases, considering case details and customer history. He'd also be able to auto-create and update articles using real-time support data, ensuring up-to-date best practices. Both children were stunned by what Albert could provide. They were both tired and overworked and really saw this relationship as something that could help take their family to the next level. Which brings us to the parents. Now that her children had accepted Albert, it was time for him to meet her parents. Sam's parents had heard about Albert, but were still unsure how they felt about him. He sounded too good to be true. Before giving their blessings, Albert would have to get their approval and trust. Albert reassured Sam's parents that he could be trusted and that it was in his DNA. He let them know that he could keep the family matters private and adhere if there was anything they didn't want to share. After all, what happens in the family stays between the family. Albert broke it down by a trust layer that he abides by. First, secure data retrieval, prioritizing data safety with encryption and tight access controls. Dynamic groundings, aligning AI-generated output with context, ensuring precision and relevance. Toxicity detection, actively scan and flagging any harmful or inappropriate content from the generated material. Data masking, protecting users by obscuring personally identifiable details and other sensitive information. Zero retention, no storage of user prompts, ensuring maximum privacy and reduced risk of data leakage. And auditing, offering transparency with activity logs, promoting AI use, accountability, and regulatory compliance. Sam's parents were impressed by his well-thought-out responses and ethics. Salesforce had raised a good one, and after a couple glasses of wine and laughter, they gave their blessings to move forward. The relationship looked like a match made in binary heaven, but they needed reassurance and to have one last chat. A couple of days before the wedding, on a rainy afternoon, Albert and Sam met to confirm their feelings. I still remember their words like it was yesterday. First, there was Albert. In the vast digital cosmos, I, Albert, vow to be your unwavering partner. I promise to honor, respect, and cherish our synergies. I will work tirelessly to complement your skills, evolving as you evolve. Together, we shall redefine CRM's potential. Then Stan walked in with a glint in her eye and stepped forward. From the moment I understood your capabilities, I felt a connection. Today, I vow to harness that potential. I will listen, provide feedback, and guide us as we integrate our lives. Together, we will forge a partnership that optimizes both the human touch and AI genius. The two shared a profound moment, sealing their commitment. Then came decision day. After much anticipation, Sam and Albert agreed to move forward with the marriage. In the months that followed, the family built on what they had done. Sam and Albert continued to work on their relationship, and through that exceeded even their own expectations. Sam was able to focus on the tasks she was most interested in, and Albert got to be the helper he always wanted to be. As for the kids, Stanley's close rate and numbers were good, and Jennifer was able to help more customers than ever before. 5-star satisfaction all the way around. They were elated with their family. I've even heard rumors that they're thinking about adopting another child, a marketing manager named Donna. It was a match made in heaven. Sam and Albert were happy and had grown. I'm sure many of you are asking, how can I find my Albert? And how can he help? Who can help me ensure that my relationship is just as successful? Well, that's where DQE comes in. As mentioned, Sam had done her homework before deciding to get married to Albert. She was managing her duplicates and verifying contact information. She was ready. Now, something I didn't know until, of course, I told a few of my colleagues here at DQE about the show was that they actually knew Sam. Not only that, she was actually a customer. A year before the show, Sam had reached out to DQE because she had data issues that needed fixing. Her children, Stanley and Jennifer, had made a mess of the CRM, causing duplicates, invalid data, bounced emails, and missed deliveries. She needed help. DQE took the time to understand her current setup, diagnose her issues, and provide a solution. DQE One, two solutions in one complete package with native integrations into Salesforce, the best platform for unified and clean data on the market. DataQ, a contact verification tool, and Unify, a duplicate management solution that goes beyond old school methods of sequential deduplication methods. By utilizing DataQ, Stanley and Jennifer would no longer be plagued with long, tedious data input and invalid contact data. First and last name spelling issues would become a thing of the past. Contacting their hot leads or customers would no longer be a headache with real-time email and phone validation. Those missed deliveries that were hurting the company with unwanted costs would also be reduced, ensuring both satisfaction from the customers and company alike. DQE could help the team validate contact information in over 240 countries, including offering additional information like apartment or unit numbers. By utilizing DQE Unify, Sam could easily identify duplicates in her database using pre-built rules and scenarios. Sam would no longer have to deal with Stanley and Jennifer sending her individual possible duplicates in the system, nor would she have to create multiple sequential rules to run one after the other, hoping to eradicate and merge duplicates. Utilizing DQE1, Sam could run her duplicate rules in parallel, meaning that she could check multiple fields at once for possible duplicate information, like phone, email, or addresses, and merge those records into one unified record, thus eliminating the need to run separate rules for each and possibly losing key information. Sam would also free up much of her time utilizing DQE's One's batch and real-time scenarios, so no more deduplication jobs on the weekends or off hours. Jobs could be set to run at specific times like midnight. It was the best case for Sam, global coverage in 240 countries, high volume processing, and the ability to run smoothly on cloud systems like Heroku, AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure. Her data would be accurate and unified without ever having to leave her system. The fact that DQE, one, already worked with global organizations like Tiffany, Dior, American Express, and Toyota, meant Sam and her organization were in good company. At the end of the day, working with DQE was a no-brainer for Sam. It might not have been as a romantic tale as Love at First Bite, but DQE is proud to be a part of the journey nonetheless. I hope you all enjoyed the presentation and found it helpful or at least amusing way to end your Friday. I sincerely appreciate the chance to connect with y'all, and I'm ready for any questions about either Love at First Bite or DQE. Thank you.
Thank you so
Awesome.
Yeah, Peter, you can go ahead.
Sorry, I clicked the wrong emoji. I was just doing the thumbs up or clapping hands, but that was awesome. Very super creative.
Thank you. I wanted to make sure I didn't bore you guys with the long presentations that I know some vendors do with everything.
I really like the presentation style, and your voice was very awesome. A1 performance for you should go to acting school or something, become an actor or something, because that's
I won't lie. I majored in theater for a few years, and then I realized I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with this because everybody in my school, everyone thinks they're going to make it, and that's not a good idea.
but it came in handy. One day it came in handy today, so it's good. Anyways. Anyway.
I'm glad to hear. And Peter, yeah, if specific offerings for the nonprofit space, we do offer nonprofit discounts for anyone there. So if you're working for a good cause, we'd be happy to work with you on discounted pricing for whatever offering you're interested in.
Yeah, so Rafael, everybody was very appreciative of your presentation, found it really creative and awesome and all those adjectives. And so throughout, we all enjoyed. It was a pleasure to go through that.
That's good to hear. Does
Yeah.
anyone have any questions?
Oh, wait, nonprofit. Oh, yeah, anyone can say. Yeah, go ahead. You can ask your question. I know you said the special pricing for nonprofit.
Yeah, I was just asking about that. What does that look like? Can you tell us more?
Yeah, so was there a specific, so in all reality, I'll let you know the product can be built separately in terms of deduplication or contact verification. If there was a specific need in terms of contact verification, that's something, it's built on a slab-based model, so how many verifications you're looking to do. But in that case, it's different pricing, I guess, in terms of email, phone, postal address. If you are doing international verification as well, deduplication is different since that's essentially the same thing no matter where you are internationally. But in terms of pricing, we do offer 20 to 30% off with nonprofits, and are happy to, in all reality, beat a lot of our competitors. I have a certain feeling towards nonprofits, so anything I can do to help others, whether that's offering discounted pricing, I'm happy to do.
What are you guys primarily known for? I mean, you talked about deduplication, verification of emails, phone numbers. What do people mostly use you for? I mean, what's really the center of your wheelhouse?
I would say deduplication is definitely a big play here. If I'm being as transparent as possible, I think our contact verification is one of the biggest players for us.
Okay.
We do work with a lot of luxury brands who do have contacts or customer information that's based in places like China, the United States, Europe. We're able to verify that information. So even if you do have deliveries or things like that that are being sent internationally, we can verify that postal address. So making sure that that address is deliverable. And then we can still work with unique characters or Chinese characters, so we can verify that information for you as well, and then offer suggestions based off of that type of address verification.
Sanjay had a question.
Oh, for the contact verification, I was thinking, is it similar to Dun & Bradstreet? You know how they provide, and there are other contact verification app exchange partners. Is that
So
how?
Dun & Bradstreet is going to be B2B address or legal business name and legal information for any business. We do that, but I'm, again, transparent with you folks. I think Dun & Bradstreet is kind of the king of that product at this point. But it is something that we do very proactively right now in Europe, and still are looking to just kind of find that component in the United States, which is a little harder just because I'm sure all of you know the US legal system in terms of setting up multiple LLCs or having like a specific headquarter can be so much more complicated.
Raphael, you did a phenomenal presentation because data quality is never a sexy topic, but you made it so simple and so easy. But kudos to you and to the marketing team who put together those slides. But
That was me, babe. I did it.
All right.
You're like, congrats, marketing team. I'm like, way to go, buddy.
Good on you. Good on you. But if you were to just bring it back to in the context of in Dreamforce, what we heard about AI, CRM, and data cloud, CDP, right? End of the day, for these three things to play in Tango, it's all about the data quality per se. So if you were to just distill it down and bring it, because I'm from the service side of things, and you did touch on, what was that? Jennifer, I think, was the
Oh,
character.
you remembered her name. That's
So if you could just bring it back to in the context of Dreamforce's announcements and how DQE, because there are tons of players in the data quality side of things, but I always struggle with these many sources and that many targets. So you can just bring it to how we can leverage the new, now how to say this, bring Einstein and Sam, was that the female character? Yeah.
yes.
Just a real life example in a contact center, that would be cool.
In a generative Einstein
Yeah.
realm.
No, so are you asking me to elaborate on that or maybe make modifications for?
Example of how in a contact center, where you have service data, you have telephony data, for example, how do we increase the productivity of a contact center agent, for example? Where does data quality come into play?
I mean, I think like in context of our autofill capabilities with first name and last name, I mean, the United States is a simple example of a country with, I mean, it's a melting pot of people with different backgrounds and different first names and last names. And a lot of the times when you're working in this type of industry, or especially working with specific customers or prospects, there's this need to not have to ask them, hey, how do you spell Herrera or Raphael? And I think a lot of customer service reps will just kind of go by the way that they may assume that information is supposed to be input. But by doing so, they're creating dirty data. And that eliminates that unified record that you might need in the future, or that you will need in the future. And Einstein is only using the data that you have in the system. So if you're pumping in bad data, Einstein's going to pump back out bad data. In terms of, especially in that customer-centric role or customer service role, PII is going to be a huge deal. I mean, you want to make sure that if there's somebody punches in a social security number in a customer notes piece, and it's not put in the right format or in the right space, that information might get pushed back into the customer. And by doing things like that, you're putting the company in itself in a dangerous position. So it's doing some of those audits proactively of monitoring if there's some of that PII information in the wrong location, I think is extremely important.
Thank you, Raphael.
I have a question myself. Location data, Anita. Are you using Google Maps, a Google app to try to find that location, or do you have your own integration for?
No, we're pulling that information from mostly from the like in the United States, it's USPS. We're working with similar style of organizations globally. So with Google Maps, I mean, it's all user generated. Whatever information I put into Google Maps is going to populate. But what we want to verify is, does USPS actually send mail to this address? Will they allow us to send mail to this address? Is it real? Which is where we're able to help. Even in context of, like, let's say New York is a simple example, but 100 Main Street, if I find that address, I can also identify that additional address and see, do they list it as apartment number, floor number, unit number, and then provide that information back to you so that, again, we're not wasting all those funds sending, I don't know, chargebacks or mail that's returned to us just costs way too much. and then leads back to the customer support team as a complaint when unfortunately it's the end user's fault, but we can't say that.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. It was a great presentation and we got some good Q&A in there. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, folks. If you see me on LinkedIn, feel free to add me. If you have any data issues or you want to learn more about the product, see a demo, it's me that would be helping you. I promise I won't break your arm trying to get a deal. Just here to be helpful if you need it.
All right.
Yeah, so accolades for a very great presentation. Next up, we have the Dreamforce recap. Let's check it out. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's just go through this little clip first by Sil.
What better place than Dreamforce 2023, the world's largest AI conference, to announce Salesforce's latest innovations that may reshape how things get done. From conversational AI assistants to generative AI natively built into your CRM to Salesforce's most powerful data platform yet. Forget about what Biggie Smalls told you. It's not all a dream, it's all Dreamforce, and it starts here with the Einstein One platform.
We want to build at Salesforce the trusted AI platform for customer companies. That is our mission around AI. We're not looking at your data. Your data is not our product. We are here to do one thing, to make you better.
The Einstein One platform is integrated, it's intelligent, it's automated, it is and always has been low code and no code, and most importantly, it is an open platform.
71% of your company applications are disconnected. We want to help you bring it together so that you can use it in your AI, and that's why we have Einstein One Data Cloud.
All right, so that was main points from Dreamforce. So hope you enjoyed. And what did you grasp from that video? Let's make it more interactive.
Anyone can.
Yeah, so basically one of the trailblazing innovations, what to expect. Yeah, one of the most exciting aspects of Dreamforce is unveiling of innovative solutions and tools designed to empower businesses. In this year's event, Salesforce announced several game-changing innovations, and you might have checked out in the, oops, 1 second, I think unknowingly, yeah. In that video, you might have checked out the following. It's like Einstein One platform, Copilot Studio, free data cloud and Tableau licenses, marketing cloud and commerce cloud now integrated on Einstein Platform One, data cloud triggered flow, Slack innovations, there's Slack AI power to create 18 million jobs by 2028. So also there is, I don't know whether you heard it, but in the Slack, there's a AI, Slack is going to have AI features. So right on top, it says Slack AI, and you can launch that. And there are new features like Canvas and lists. Lists is not yet GA, but it's coming up. So, and they are planning 20 million Gen AI grants, $20 million Gen AI grants. So that was a bit from my research on, and these are some of the pictures I can share with you. We attended the keynote in person. Oops. So it's like basically Mark Benioff is thanking us all, the Trailblazer community. We have 234 groups all over the world in 62 countries and 14 million developers. Then Cheryl announced new custom report types to report on permission set assignment report type, public group and queue membership report type, an account share report type. Then there were a lot of golden hoodies announced. This is Nadina. And then for the Apex interested people, there are HTTP callouts in flows. That's new launch. It says provide simple sample response to create an Apex defined data structure. And there are about 14 skills in the Salesforce admin skill kit that are in this admin.salesforce.com/skills kit. And problem solving, business analysis, data management, change management, and security management are the cornerstones of that. This was Mike Hess, who also got the golden hoodie, and we had a selfie with him. It was awesome. He's a great guy. Then Copado GPT. What can Copado GPT do for you? Our omnipresent AI tool can write user stories, generate test scripts, and help you solve cryptic to deployment errors. So that was from Copado. Then I think we had demoed in one of the previous meetings, quick actions on related lists. We can create and update quick actions are now supported both on related lists as well as the dynamic related lists. These are the cute little plushies launched this year. Astro and Friends plush debut at Dreamforce. And there was another golden hoodie. And their custom error messages are here, GA, it's generally available. And we have now the ability to trigger an intentional error during a record triggered flow. So you can customize the error messages. Technology is moving faster than ever. This was some of the clips from the keynote that I gathered. Business is the greatest platform for change. Some of the stats shared there. Unprecedented corporate giving to San Francisco and Oakland. And this was about the Slack and AI. So, and the tenets of trusted, ethical, and humane AI. Another slide. 10 years of AI innovation. There was a roadmap shown here. White House commitment for trusted AI. 6 ethical AI councils, 227 AI research papers, 300 AI patents. Einstein One platform, connect with customers in a whole new way. New intermediate AI trails were launched. I got AI certificate associate, and so did millions, I mean, not millions, but hundreds of others who attended. It was awesome. A certification, should try. There was this musician who was promoted there in the keynote. This was a diagram on the seamless experience. And then a look into the future impact of artificial intelligence.
You thought Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah, Dolce and Gabbana had this presentation. It was
Their
quite
implementation of Salesforce, so that was cool.
yeah, nice presentation. We did our presentation, me and Sunil. Sunil went through digital body language in the digital age, how to build trust and connection. It was well attended and appreciated. He presented style guide. So these were some of the pictures I'm sharing from there. And that's Anita. So, and we were all Einsteined. You know, we grew some hair there in Dreamforce. As you see, we have been Einsteined. And that was everywhere, on the big boards, everywhere. So this is what I've shared with you. Please feel free to have a roundtable on this. What are others' experiences? Please share.
So, yeah, thanks for the recap. That was awesome. Met a lot of cool people. Shout out to the golden hoodie that I saw, the Mike, I think, at the Blind Institute of Technology. He's doing really cool stuff, enabling blind people to get jobs, as you were saying. The unemployment rate for people with blind disabilities is 90%. So he's really trying to do his best to reduce that number through using Salesforce platform, because apparently it's really cool what you can do with it and make it more accessible. So that's really awesome. And we did presentations, Mummy and Shiba and Sunil, and me and also Shiba. We did the 2 presentations. That was fun.
So there looks like we have Einstein here right now.
It looks like Einstein here. Are you heading out, Raphael?
Yes, I apologize. It's about 9:10 p.m. where I'm at. So I have to hop off. Thank you again, everybody. Please feel free to add me on LinkedIn, and hope to connect with you all soon.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much. See you again. Bye.
Yeah.
We also did greatest moment from Dreamforce. People who went to Dreamforce.
Yeah, people who went to Dreamforce was amazing. Geez, I had a really great time really talking to customers, because I ended up, I'm from Salesforce, so I was working the Trailhead Academy, Trailhead Forest. I was also working the admin forest and talking to admins. One of the greatest things that happened for me was the author of the MuleSoft hands-on. First time ever you have finally a trail for MuleSoft hands-on. And for Rose, Raymond was the author, and he was there actually working with customers. We had 6 tables. We had 12 people each, so that's what, 72 customers all at once doing their trails, finishing their trails, and for the first time getting into MuleSoft and being able to see that trail in person, and the author of the trail helping them complete the trail. Wow. Was really a fantastic and very unique situation for the customers. And so we were loving that and loving to get that feedback of, oh, this is the best. And then it took him 7 months to write that particular trail. And then they said, oh, but we want 10 more. He's like, yeah, right. That's why UK, he flown from London to do that.
But that's how you did it. Hey, I have one trail. Yeah. I won't trail in 7 months now.
Trail for 7 months for that endpoint platform. So that was really a great thing and then everybody was trying to get their little plushies. So if you completed the trail mix and saw their session, your all sessions, you got the little plushie. So that was kind of exciting to watch people get those plushies or carrying them around and doing whatever they do. I don't get them because employees don't get the plushies, but it was really fun to talk to customers, get their impressions of what they think of AI. Everybody's scared of AI. You don't need to be afraid if you use Salesforce. It is integrated into our product. You can trust what you're getting out of Einstein. Einstein is a trusted AI platform, and we're moving our way. Right now, we're in the generative cycle, and we're moving in up to that, actual robot that's you're just going to talk to it, and it's going to give you all that information someday. But Salesforce is your company to really trust. that you're gonna get this, your data's not gonna be sold, we don't consider it our product. It's your data, it's your privacy, and that's really, you trust us, because that's what we do. Whereas all these other companies, how many, spam messages do you get on your phone and everything else that's been sold? So it's a really big thing. Go with Salesforce for your trusted Einstein and your AI. That's your door in. So anyway, so I loved talking with customers. I was there on Tuesday and Wednesday. I didn't get to go on Thursday because I had another internal meeting, but I probably talked to 60, 70 customers. Wow. And it was really fun. And to get that free certification that Shiva got. You can get any certification for free as part of Dreamforce. Yeah. So it's kind of nice to have that. And I was a proctor on Tuesday. And it was fun to see people for the first time. So it's joy for us to work in it. We'd love to see customers come in and do it. So something that I should. It's definitely I can't now.
What were you up to? Did you see any cool sessions?
A lot of cool sessions. It was just exciting to see the future of AI. Just how cool it's going to be. How it's embedded into all the different clouds, into all the different products. The field service lightning, everything is just spectacular. To see AI create flows, AI to create summaries to close cases automatically. Just so many tips and tricks that AI, or tasks that AI can do.
I know Peter has been going through all the sessions in Dreamforce, so.
I did all the live sessions, so yeah, 3 days I was sitting and watching the screen. Well, actually, probably get the best of the thing because there's somebody coming over different buildings. Oh, I sometimes I had two. And one would get boring, so I mute that one and then listen in on this one. Because I know I can go back and forth, right? They're all on Salesforce. So one of the things that really struck me was the push for the data cloud. And it was like, I really like that idea of the data cloud. It hadn't been pushed before, right? It's like, hey, I know what Salesforce is, but now with the data cloud, a unifying layer, you can get disparate sources of data all in the one spot and then treat it like it's part of Salesforce. It's very powerful, and they're offering it for free, right? Or not for free, but obviously like free of things, you can get something to it, and Tableau. What do they say? 10,000 profiles. What does that mean? I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Was that it was more B2C and they're like the community profiles. Because at first, to me, in my use case, would have been accounts. 10,000 accounts. We have more than that. That's not going to work for us. Yeah. It sounds like, it's kind of fuzzy there.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant, but Tableau was nice. By including it, they show that you could, have it as, build it right into your apps. The Tableau is just more integrated, and Tableau is a more powerful way of showing the data than, what's typically, you were talking about dashboards, right? Yeah. And there's some pretty neat stuff you can do in Tableau that's above and beyond what they already have in Salesforce. So it's nice to see them pulling it into Salesforce so it's all, you don't have to run over to Tableau to do it. It's like it could be right there.
Finally, right? Finally, you don't have to swivel over and run the Tableau reports. Here you can, and then you can drill down a little bit even more into.
And then for what Sunil and I were talking about, just for someone who doesn't know anything, it's like, wow, you can build a dashboard with Tableau components in there. I like that a lot too, because it adds more more capabilities.
Hello, Sanjay and Hardeep.
Did you go?
I did not. I went on Tuesday just for some events.
Okay.
Dinner events. But I don't mean to rain on the parade at all. I'm a big fan of Salesforce myself. I came from Salesforce, but CDP, this is something that many companies have been trying to solve for decades. Because the way it is shown, right? The mappings, drop here, drop there. It ain't that easy. I'm a data purist. I come from the data warehousing background.
there are some sources where you could do that.
Right.
But you run your companies based on your back office systems. You have your ERPs, your general ledgers, your payments, your receivables. You just cannot drag and drop. It doesn't work like that, right? The companies survive on this back office system. So
Especially with unstructured data, with data lakes and all.
and so much of governance that goes into it. But just showing, take this map, drop it there. Let me now show you the magic.
We're still talking about that. People think that they're coloring or something. That and easy.
We went to the section for health cloud, and they say, okay, prescription go there, and with the OCR, a lot of data comes in. Okay, wow, cool. But I don't know, it looks very cool. But the thing is, all things don't work.
Lines you're drawing.
Also, there is a lot of governance that goes
This is the last.
because these back office systems, there are so many connectivities. When a deal comes in,
Right.
that has to be committed. There are so many downstream systems that get affected. But again, there are use cases there, it will make sense. You have an Excel file, you have an Access database, and personal database, yes, fine. But we have to be very careful. I think, and not, because my fear is, because I'm in IT now, our business users go to Dreamforce. And they want to be that. Build it. Took them 5 minutes to build it. Why can't you build it? Speed.
I did not attend Dreamforce this year. But what is your thought on like data cloud? Did you see anything about that stuff or?
No, I didn't see much, so I can't even comment on those things, but
Okay.
I concur with Sanjay's comments on. It's easy to show drag and drop, but when you go on ground with large enterprise, it's a big X.
Right.
But maybe.
Yeah.
Data dictionary.
And it's just what to do. Einstein for service case classification. That's 60 weeks.
So
Driving is also about governance, right? How do you touch something? How do you break something that works in North America? May not work in Kenya. There is a but we could not that. It's
critical. Now it's like.
I like the.
I don't see.
Already deduce and gives you the information, you get that my record, something around those. Because biggest challenge non-profit space is you getting the link from Facebook, Facebook, other things, right? All those things that
And then they come in, oh, I just put my personal email, oh, I put my work email this time. But you need to have that data to come in and say, okay, it's the same person.
True, right?
Not create multiple entities for the same.
Does TDP do that or MDM do that? You have a master data.
MDM would do it with large organization. When you talk about non-profits, they have
Yes.
large organization, yes, MDM would do that. You would have a golden key, you have each instance of contact, and then you have groups which will run and say, thanks to the same person.
Right.
And then the data governance team will get flagged, they'll approve it or not approve it. Right? You still need a human to sit on top of it to say, yes, it's truly the same person. So I don't know how AI is going to solve that, but.
Well, you ask the question, right? It's like, hey, I've got these two, and maybe you have a human involved. Okay.
So you go to Indian community, deep. If you go to Punjabi community, there's thousands of them.
Exactly.
First name, last name. All you know it's the same person.
Sad.
But deep is in a course, right? Different stuff. That profiling the data and the DQ may not.
And it's a good step forward. What would you say that Dun Bradstreet was more a better fit for what they do? Dun Bradstreet is the word standard, is a golden standard for contact verification. It's more of a business way, on business. Business and context too, I think. Yeah, business not that, not individuals. Oh, okay. So if I'm not working anywhere, I'm employed to a company and I'm not at a certain position where I'm procurement department or I'm a salesperson or a VP, my entity may not exist in that, right? All right. Okay, let's see if I can keep on your PXO. Yeah, that done and right, catches that. Yes, policy XO, correct. Yeah. So when you come down to me as an individual living in trade speed, you need to go to USPS. United States Postal Service, correct? That does the validation for you.
Yeah.
You go to Canada, they have a postal system. Canada, you go to Europe, their own postal system. India has its own, but it's building, correct? So every country has that. So if they have integration with that, it's going to help B2C. Doesn't Salesforce have two partnerships? One with them, DME, there is one more. For demos of that. Right. I don't remember that. But that's again B2B. It's again B2B. B2C is
Nothing. There's like nothing except for the USPS.
USPS, yeah. And there are one exchange apps that you can install from that, and DQ would be one of them.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's good to have exchange and find some.
There are free apps too. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just with error verification, go to. Just like they nice. I mean, it's nice to be together and then I'll say, hey, this is what I got. This is specifically if a nonprofit is saying a lot of meters, correct? Yeah. You get a lot of meters and very other thing, correct? And it's bouncing back, and there's a huge revenue base there. Right. If they have a revenue, they have a button saying address verification. After verification, create a mailing list and send it out. Right. It's kind of saving it all. That's right. Dollar per item. It's not 29 cents, 59 cents. It's actually key to come. So like at least $1. Because even the post now will be like 50 cents or mail 50 cents from post.
Shipping and the data quality is
Digital innovation, they're doing digital ads and digital things. They're trying to make the face for social media, other places to come more.
but it still matters, like the data quality still matters at the end of the day, because we need to make sure like we're not wasting our efforts on sending mass mailers to nothing too. Yeah, so
I thought it was interesting how WhatsApp was a partner of Salesforce. I mean, they own Slack, but WhatsApp was there. So the biggest challenge was that when I was every customer wanted the text messaging or WhatsApp kind of thing, especially go outside of US. Right. US WhatsApp is not on. Right. You go outside of our North Americans home, they say WhatsApp. Yeah, I believe. So and that's why the integration would help, because you have your phone number in WhatsApp. Yeah. Now you can do WhatsApp marketing. Right? Yeah. So we think the customers we want to look at the digital channels. So WhatsApp has become another channel. Okay. And that's what they brought up in the rest of the world, except for in North America. Yeah. Here we still use SMS a lot. But for my India and APAC customers, they're saying, how do we integrate WhatsApp in omni-channel? While in North America, all my customers in the US are SMS or web to chat. Right. But for the European and EMEA customers, they are saying, can we intake a WhatsApp call and then self-service at that point? If that cannot self-serve, then route it to a live agent. In most of those countries, developing countries are encouraging data use versus text use. Developed countries. Yeah, developing countries, not developed countries. Out here, we still have data restrictions, correct? Yeah. In India, if you go, your data is so cheap. Yeah. But they charge you on SMS tax. They still do. Yeah, they charge you more. So what people are doing is they're turning towards WhatsApp. Oh, just WhatsApp me, don't text me. Yeah, because that's so they're Mexico, I'm going to use WhatsApp, but I do, right? I can do a video call, I can do texting, I can do everything I need. So they were the first ones to innovate with 8 people on the same call, right? Now FaceTime you can do a little bit more, but FaceTime is yeah. Then you don't have your Android. Yeah.
do you want to end this, Mummy?
Yes.
This is more about WhatsApp right now.
Oh, yeah, maybe we can end it now. Okay. Thank you, everyone. And have a great weekend ahead.
Yeah.
So-
Thanks, everybody. And Shiba, I love what you've done with your hair.
in this particular avatar.
Oh, it's an avatar?
Yeah.
And also, Peter, yeah, you can say your thoughts on Dreamforce. Is what Sunil's saying.
Well, I didn't attend, but I loved it live. And I mean, AI, I mean, as a marketer, right, and someone who was technical, it was the buzzword for many, many years, right? Everyone was using it. Many partners were overusing it, but I'm definitely, Salesforce is going all in, obviously. There's no question. And I like it. I think we don't know where it's going to go. Obviously, they showed a few examples, but I look at it as a toddler right now, right? Like I play with ChatGPT and whatnot, right? But it is going to be the next big evolution. And the fact that Salesforce is going all in on it, I don't think, I know it's a good bet. As long as we all stick together and make it happen, I'm really excited about it. So I really enjoyed Dreamforce. I mean, not attending, but remotely.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
and I believe some of the sessions, the workshops, etc., will have been recorded, but will be in Salesforce Plus in October or so. So just wait for a couple of weeks for more sessions to be available. So yeah, because a lot of people, they said, oh, we especially came for certain specific workshops, but they got filled up, and so they were not able to attend. So yeah.
we got kicked out a lot.
Yeah, there was one non-profit session we had lined up for, but we were far off from the getting in. So we had one-on-one discussion with the presenters later. That was good.
There you go. And I'm employed, so you're the first one. Get out of here. Okay.
All right, we're gonna close the meeting now. Okay.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, Peter. Thanks. Bye.